Hey guys, I'm Krono, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I beat the High Justice Grimstone boss on Heroic from the Blackrock Mountain expansion. Now, my deck is kind of between a Freeze Mage and a Secrets Mage. I have a lot of hard removal with the Polymorphs, Flame Strikes, and the Doomsayer plus Frost Nova combo. So basically I want to stall out all of these big threats that he has. I also have lots of secrets with the mirror images, duplicates for my taunts, and even a vaporize there. There are some cards that could be inserted into this deck as well. I would say Ice Block is a very good card if you have it in your collection. I don't have it, but it would be really helpful just to stall 1 or 2 more turns so that you can have more time just to play your hard removal spells to get rid of those big minions. I could also put another MC Tech into my deck because his board fills up quite quickly, and because of that you could probably get a pretty good minion with the 4th or the 5th turn, with his jeering crowds adding up the minion count on the board. And for sure, if you have any big game hunters, that would be really good to put in this deck as well, because a lot of his minions are 7 or higher attack, and that could be just more removal spells for you. Unfortunately, I don't have any in my collection, but if you do, I would say that's a very helpful card to have as well. Yeah, basically lots of hard removal, lots of spells, and just try to kill all of his big threats. So now I'm just gonna jump into the game.
Jane versus the Dark Iron Arena! A new challenger!
You asked for it.
So for the mulligan phase, I really want to get my mad scientists out, because with hopefully it would give me the mirror entities, and that would really swing the tempo onto my side. Because he starts with 4 mana in the very beginning, he can get all of his legendaries out quite quickly. And if I get my mirror entities, I can rack up, I can just kill off his early minions so that later on I have the mana crystals so that I can cast all my hard removal spells. He played Lorewalker Cho. That's actually one of his biggest weaknesses. Lorewalker as well as Millhouse Mana Storm. Because his bad AI will kind of just trade spells with you. I've seen him in one of my other games have a full board and I pass Frost Nova, and then he would cast Frost Nova back at me, and it's gonna be like a infinite loop because he has no more space to put anything on his board, so he just trades Frost Nova until we both go into fatigue. So that could be something you can work with. And Millhouse, if you have an auctioneer or if you have some sort of card draw, sprint if you're a rogue, and if your deck is all full of spells, you can easily just do some sort of miracle rogue, maybe with Tinker Sword Oil, to try to burst him down just with that turn. But those are a little bit hard to pull off. It has to be the perfect situation, right? So here I do my Frost Nova Doomsayer combo. What I could have done as well is just do the Frost Nova, and then hopefully he will do the Frost Nova back at me if I have any minion, I guess, other than Doomsayer. But now I'm left with just the Cairn's Child. Now I play the Sludge.
Next up, the Banana Master himself, King Mukla!
Another thing is the duplicate's good for duplicating your taunts. So I think I only have Sludges and the Sunwalkers here. Yeah, just continuing to try to stall him out with the blizzard. Stall him out until he has no more minions left. You do really have to get a bit lucky as well, because there's just sometimes you're not able to deal enough damage to kill off one of his minions and he just keeps on attacking, and or you run out of spells in your deck. So that Arcane Intellect before is really good, and the fact that he gave it back to me with the Lore Walker Cho is awesome as well, just in case I can't find any answers in my hand. So Gruul is coming out now. It's really good for, yeah, the Cone of Cold, just to kill that 8-1 and freeze it a turn. I like to save my polymorphs for Sneeds, because it's just another legendary that he can have after Sneeds dies. But right here, Thorison's pretty good for him if you keep it up, because I've seen him play like 3 or 4 legendaries at once after I left it out for too long. So it seems like a pretty OP card. People have already been doing the Savage Roar, Force of Nature combo with 2 Savage Roars with the Thorson, limiting the mana down a bit. So now comes Hogger and the Beast. The Beast has quite a big attack, so I do need to take that down quite fast. Probably with the Fireball. Fireball plus Fire Blast. Because Hogger is not too threatening. If I wait a turn or 2, I can just Flame Strike that all out. Sunwalker is good with the taunt.
Our next challenger is hiding behind the controls of an old shredder.
So there's Sneeds, and I just drew the Polymorph, so that's awesome. Goes with Frost Nova now. Yeah, another weakness of his is the Deathwing. If he does that quite early, then he has just this top deck every turn, and if you have some sort of BGH or Polymorph, Hex, anything to hard remove that, that would be perfect. So actually, I'm not sure if I do Polymorph this guy. If he has,
Safety restrictions offline.
I think here Faux Reaper is a little bit more dangerous. Because I have, Faux Reaper would be really good against these mirror images of mine. Yeah, so I do kill off the Faux Reaper.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
She's burning with eternal hatred just for you. Please welcome Sylvanas Windrunner.
I have no time for games.
It's pretty cool how he has all these unique messages for each legendary that he plays.
Tinkmaster Overspawn.
This time for sure.
Fools.
I think here we heal the Shredder, and he gets a Gromish, which is pretty terrible for me. 9 health. So here Ice Block would be really good. I want to trade off these guys so that... Wait, why didn't I trade that? Oh, okay, yeah. I have Sunwalker. But I really want to duplicate my taunts,
Please
for sure.
welcome Baron Geddon.
I was scared here that he would not attack and then kill my squirrel off, but luckily the AI attacks whatever it can. So I have a 10-3. It's hard to deal with. I guess Sunwalker again. Yeah. Good enough. If he attacks from his Baron Geddon, I can ping him down as well. Alakir was a really good mirror envy because it has taunt and divine shield.
Justice shall prevail. Justice shall prevail.
Now, I just drew MC Tech. Right now it's not that useful because he doesn't have that many minions, but it would be a really good draw in the beginning as well. Because his board can go up quite quickly with all these jeering crowds. You just have to hope that you don't get one of the 1/1s. Horse Dormu comes out, and now Alex Straza. Yeah, these are the big threats in his deck. Almost enough for MCT, but not quite. I don't have a Flame Strike, so right now I think I'm contemplating on which one to attack with Sunwalker. Oh, no. I just, I think it's better just to kill off the 8-4. Or I guess if he kills it with 8-3, I can still ping him next turn. But I don't have a Flame Strike in my hand, so that's why. If they were both at 8-4 and I do Flame Strike, that would be awesome.
Time runs out on me.
Recently refurbished and ready to wreck. It's the Flame Leviathan.
Flame Leviathan. These are huge threats, except for my X. Yeah, so another card that I don't have in my deck that would be awesome would be the Antonidas, Archmage Antonidas, because his weakness of Millhouse can give you a free turn of fireballs if he plays Millhouse really late in the game. Because of that, you can. It's infinite fireballs if you have any sort of spell in your hand. Yes, it is. So that would be quite. I think it's quite an easy win. I think that's easier to pull off than some other techniques here. So if you do have Antonidas in your deck, definitely try to put it in. It would make your life a lot easier.
Ladies and gentle dwarves, the one, the only.
Ooh, and now Deathwing comes out. Which is good for me. He has Stallin and Fugan in there. Really don't want to deal with Thaddeus. But luckily for me, I get the mirror image. Very lucky, actually. If I had BGH, that would be crazy. But right now, because I have a taunt and he has no way of silencing or removing the Sunwalker, I'm just gonna go face. So I can win next turn. No, not next turn. One more turn after this. But yeah, I just ran through his whole deck, tried to kill off all of his Legendaries. I still have the Doomsayer Frostnova. So yeah, basically just try to fatigue him down.
Come on, who let him into the arena?
Prepare to face the mighty Millhouse Metastorm.
Finally the Millhouse comes out. But no use. Yeah, so if he does that last ditch effort with Deathwing, he can do it prematurely too, just like now. Or, well, not prematurely, but if you have a way to deal with the Deathwing, it's not too bad, because then he has to top from then on. And if you have, like, reasonable hand with answers to all of his threats, then that's perfect. So hopefully you guys got some good ideas on how to beat High Justice Grimstone. This guy actually took me quite a bit, quite a long time to beat, because I don't have any BGHs or as much hard removal as I wanted, and but it's doable. Well, good luck guys. Go get him and let me know how it goes. I'll see you guys later.